funny how people look at you differently in different parts of LA when you vlog live. Okay, day 4 of research. I think I've cracked it. So my new methodology is to use Foursquare. There are so many media places in LA, it's insane. So find a neighborhood, go to the one media place that I want to find, and then use Foursquare to geolocate other digital media agencies around there. And so I'm in Beverly Hills, have been for the past like 6 hours or so, knocking off interviews one after the other with various people, just cold calling, walking in. Some people are resistant, most people are pretty okay with it, but everyone wants to remain anonymous, which is cool. I had a good contact with someone from the audience who's doing some good stuff. I'll follow up with them again later. So I mean, I just have to, de-identify all of my data now. Just had a good interview then with Ghost Media. Key thing they mentioned there was authenticity, so using lifestyle bloggers over celebrities. So I'm just in Beverly Hills now trying to interview digital media management, so they do precisely what I'm trying to find out. So let's hope that this one goes well. So it's a good question. Why am I doing this? And I guess it's the blend between doing the research and doing research practice. So if I'm going to understand how vloggers think and operate, I guess I really need to understand how to do vlogging. And I guess that's the point, is that I want to try and bridge that gap between academia and non-academics. So I love theory because I'm an academic, I guess that's kind of what we do, but sometimes theory is just not approachable for a lot of people. So if I can be that person that can take those sorts of ideas and concepts and maybe apply them in real world settings and explain those to people, then I think that's a good thing. Failing at cooking breakfast. I'm actually in San Diego now, and we'll talk more about that in the next vlog. But I just wanted a couple of days to actually process what happened in LA before I kind of wrap up the whole research process. On the last day, I went back to Hollywood and I found the best digital agency that I came across, and the whole time I was there it was just amazing, and it was right under my nose the whole time. I just couldn't believe it. It's a group called Speakr, as in S-P-E-A-K-R, Speakr. And what they are is a digital agency, but they're also doing some really cool stuff with like platforms and data metrics. So these people represent the likes of Kim Kardashian, etc., etc. So they're high end, they work with Fortune 500 businesses, and their whole approach is that they want to do predictability and return on investment for people who are, significantly putting money into social media campaigns. So they're working with social influencers, but their background is so much different to any other agency I've worked with yet. So what they do, they're the first company to introduce social influencers with data metrics. So they've got a data scientist that works for them. So they do things like they look at metrics, but then they meld that with humans. So you've got data scientists working with talent managers. So you've got the best of data scraping going on, plus you've got talent managers who can do things like creativity levels, profanity use, likability, while the data scientist is looking at the automated things like likes, followers, fans, comments, location, etc., etc. So essentially, when you bring these two thoughts together, you have such a complete understanding of what's happening in the social influencer space. Now, this is really important in terms of how we were starting to think and talk through the concept of authenticity with social influencers. But in a media system which is partially automated now, where algorithms are at play significantly, that's going to be the future of this sort of stuff. And so if we've got social influencers working in automated media systems, we're going to need people like Speaker in the middle, who are the new digital intermediaries. So not only how they're using data metrics, but then how the talent's being managed from the human perspective. So how, to quote Speaker, they say it's where human meets tech. To wrap this entire research presentation from the first day to the fourth day, you can see that digital agencies are clearly pushing between influencers, social influencers, and clients, as they might call them, which are like brands and services essentially. Authenticity is key, so staying on target with what they do and what they say and what they sell, and their audience is really what they're about. But what's really important, and this is where future research leads to, is this concept of automation and how data science and human management come together to try and understand how the social influencer is working in this hugely enormous and automated environment in which social influencers operate. So that's it from LA. The door opening.